Yo, what's going on, guys? Just wanted to take today to show you our adventure rig. This is Ace Vantura, previously Ariana Vande, by a company called Sandy Vans out of San Diego. I didn't do this build, but this fit all of our needs for a camper van. So we went ahead and purchased this 2023 2500 Sprinter van, and I'm gonna walk you through some of the features, the interior here, how we switch into bed mode, and just what our general loadout is with this van. I won't be able to do exterior shots today because it's super windy out, but I'll show you the exterior on another day when it's a little nicer out. So come on, let me show you the van. So here's a peek at the dinette setup. As you can see, I have a section of what will be the bed as my workstation right now, and I can just show you what my workstation looks like. Come over here, get some work done, some editing done in Lightroom. Sometimes I'll open the back doors here if I'm at a park or something and have the breeze come through, but super sturdy lagoon table for me to get some work done. This van is rocking the Redarc RedVision system. We have a bunch of really cool interior lights that I'll show you. So this is with the lights off. Come over here. All of these are built onto different dimmer switches. So you could basically dim the lights down when it's nighttime, turn them off back on when you're working. So I really like what Sandy Vans did with the different lighting modes in here. Some of their acrylic designs and what they do with the roof lights are super intricate, but that is just a quick breakdown of the Redarc system that we're running. So we have our lights here on the side of the panel, fridge, pump to our water system, and our ability to kind of see how much solar we're drawing each day and check our battery from there. Pretty simple system. You can also tether this to your phone and operate it from your phone as well if you wanted to check on your battery limits or see things from your mobile device. You could definitely pair this. So in the back here, we have cushions over some additional storage areas right now, just like a foam roller. Sometimes we keep an extra tent in there. Over here on this side is our battery system with a vent there. Pop this up so you can see, and there's a peek at the battery system we're running. I don't know a ton about the Redarc system or what the vehicle has in terms of battery power, but all of our electrical components are underneath the bench there, and then additional storage in the back. So I'll show you on a day when I do the exterior clips. I put a Jackery battery back there for additional device charging. Sometimes we'll plug the Starlink into that or plug our phones into that to charge them at night, or any other additional devices. You could just use all the electrical in the van, but I like to kind of conserve the van's power for things like the fridge and the stove that are important for cooking and other important functions like that. Pretty simple sink situation here. This guy doubles as a cutting board, so you can flip it over and cut vegetables right on there. Underneath, it's probably gonna be a little messy. That's van life, but we have paper towel, a little broom, hand soap, and you can kind of see it behind the paper towel. There is a water heater in the back there, just a small water heater tank. Another cool view of the lighting and how it looks in work mode. Over here we have our fridge. Pretty simple, slapped a bunch of stickers on there recently, but we can get away with holding a bunch of food for week-long trips in our LG fridge here, which we love having. Super convenient. Sometimes we'll bring additional food that I'll store in the benches in the back of the van, but for shorter trips, we can do all of our food in this fridge. Pretty stock up here. We have the Apple CarPlay, cruise control, but nothing too fancy about the front of the van here. This seat is a captain seat, so this will swivel around. for additional seating, so you can hang out and spin that seat around. And then, as I just mentioned, we recently picked up a Starlink so we can stay connected while we're out on the go. All right, on to our cook setup. Fridge underneath here is just a little storage for spices and so on. We have a single induction burner. I will also bring a camping stove with us when we go out on our trips. Over here, we have a little pop-up power bank, which is super awesome for charging devices. So just showed you the power component in the corner there. Also has a wireless charger on the top, so you can just set your phone there and charge your phone like that. So this is our cooking space. One thing we love about this van is all the different storage you have back here for cooking things. We have random accessories in here, fuses, controllers, a pull-out drawer here where we keep like olive oil, more cooking spices and seasonings. There's also a can for the jet oil in there, so keeping just kind of glass bottles and seasoning and olive oil and stuff like that. Then we have a bigger drawer here with an electric kettle that we can plug into that outlet up there. Cutting boards, Tupperware, and other cookware in here. Some instant coffee. This drawer has plates, bowls, and utensils in the back, a little bit of tin foil, and then we carry an entire set of silverware with us, knives, to-go silverware for backpacking or to-go meals, so we don't have to use single-use plastic. Random SteriPen to sterilize or to purify water. We really enjoy having all the storage here, as well as the fridge and the cooktop. If ever it's raining or the weather's crappy out, we can jump in the van and cook our meals with this setup here, as well as if you're trying to whip up a burrito, super clutch to have our microwave set up, and then lots of storage. I have a med kit here, coffee grinder, bear spray, electrical cords, and then moving through the back, we keep food storage up here. This side is usually Ashley's side for clothing, toiletries, and then back here, clothing, toiletries. I just have some Kleenex and general toiletry items in mind for right now, because I'm currently getting the van ready for our next trip over to Aspen. That's a quick rundown of when the van is in the dinette mode. So you can have the table there, the lagoon mounts. There are also various lagoon mounts spread throughout the build. And then over here we keep our window covers, another lagoon mount. This could be a smaller little table if you're prepping food. Down here we have our diesel heater and a small controller for our diesel heater there, and the switch in the back turns on our alternator, which basically powers the entire interior of the van. But yeah, I really like what Sandy Vans did with the lighting. Also have a fan, and then we have two kind of marine boat type windows back here, so we can get a nice cross breeze, as well as opening this window here so we can get a nice flow of air through the van. As you will see, we don't have air conditioning. Haven't had a need or want for that yet. It might be something that we drop into the van down the road, but in general, we keep the doors or windows open. It would be ideal to have like a bug screen here, but in general, we stay pretty cool when we're out on the road. Super pumped on this build. Thank you, Sandy Vans. They make awesome vans. I will link them in the description of this video. We convert this into bed mode, so I'm gonna do like a quick time lapse that I'll drop in after the dramatic 3, 2, 1. this is by far the shittiest part of our build. This is bed. We bought this mattress thinking it would last for a while. It is completely falling apart, so we're gonna need to replace it soon. So if you have a solution for a better van bed for us, hit me with that in the comments. Let me get this bed made and we'll do the snap transition. 3, 2, 1. This is how the van stays during 90% of the trips. We usually just sit up on the side here and do our work on the bed, and then we can just go right to sleep. So that is why a lot of camper vans have the bed lofted up with different storage options underneath, but we went with the cabinets up here, and this is our bed mode and our setup for sleeping. Super convenient to be able to just crawl into bed at night and fall asleep. It works well for our trip. Rizzo tends to sit right on the bed while we drive. Yeah, we still have a good workstation. I can set that Lagoon table up on the mount on the side here and work while sitting in the captain's chair here. So we still have options to work while we're set up in this bed mode. I can't show you any of the exterior mods today because it's super windy out and I have to go work on prepping the van for the next trip. I will show you the exterior mods in another video. That was just a quick rundown of the mobile office, mobile studio. We love taking this thing out on adventures. This gets us out on the road. We can stay out on the road for a couple weeks at a time. The things we don't have in here: no bathroom, no shower. I did that kind of on purpose. I would prefer to be at a campground with some kind of drop toilet, or if we're on BLM, I have no problem just kind of digging a cat hole and doing things that way. I didn't want a toilet, a compostable toilet right here next to where I'm cooking food. I just didn't like the thought of right next to where I'm cooking. So a few nuances there. No shower inside. You could definitely take a shower using the sink faucet here, and then out the back, when I show you the exterior mods, I'll show you the sprayer that we use to spray Rizzo off when he's all muddy. You could also take a shower out the back door with that setup as well. This would be a little warmer because we have that water heater under here. So stay tuned for the exterior mods video. I'll show you the gearbox and show you what the van looks like on the outside. And yeah, check back soon. So what's going on, guys? We're out here at beautiful Irwin Lake Campground outside of CB, Colorado. Today's video, I'm showing you the mobile studio, the mobile workstation. This is Ace Vantura. The build is by Sandy Vans. I'm going to show you some quick exterior mods, and I'll show you what it looks like when we're actually out on the road, which is right now. Come on, let's check it out. Most of the time when we're out on trips like this, we tend to keep it into bed mode because it's easier to crawl into bed at night, and we don't always need to cook. We like to hang out outside of the van and then come in here to relax at night. So we do have some options in that regard, but come on outside, I'll show you one of our exterior mods. Because the bed in this van is not lofted like you'll see in a lot of other vans, we lose some of the garage space here. So I'll show you what we did on the back of the van as a solution to that. The product I'm going to show you in a second is the boost box, and it's by Sandy Vans. I'll be sure to drop a link down below, but we absolutely love this product by them. All right, here is the boost box by Sandy Vans. Absolutely love this thing for camping, and as I was explaining, inside the van, we don't have that garage space under the bed, so we picked up the boost box. I can show you how deep it is. This fits tons of extra gear for us. Just to show you sizing, got a camp chair in there right now. extends all the way to the top of the van. You could put skis, snowboard, sometimes we'll do the paddleboard down here, firewood, and a chair up top, but lots of storage possibilities with the Sandy Van's boost box. The exterior of our van is pretty stock right now, and it's been able to get us way further than we thought we could have. We don't really have a lift on here or any special lighting. There's solar up top. That is how we catch a lot of the power for the van. We have these kind of boat type windows on the side, kind of pop out. Outside of the boost box, not a ton of exterior mods going on just yet. Maybe down the road we'll add a few extra things, probably put the van up on a lift for a smoother ride, but I'm going to show you what we do with the back storage here. So, camp stove for when we want to cook outside, propane, hammocks, some cleaning supplies. We have a little hose nozzle for when Rizzo gets muddy, footrest, all in this like cube that comes out by Van Essential. Shout out to Van Essential. And then I keep the Jackery here. This is the Explorer 1000 Pro to charge. My phone's charging now, so we'll charge extra devices from the back of the van using the Jackery. Got some leveling blocks and a spot for shoes. That's how I do the back. All right, thanks for tuning in to check out our van by Sandy Vans. This is the mobile workstation. This is how we're able to stay on the road for a couple weeks at a time, still get some things done, and kind of live and operate out of a pretty simple build, in my opinion. If you have any questions or comments or curiosities about the van, hit me below in the comments. We'll see you in the next one.